sensitive I am.
Yeah, we can talk about sensitive.
Very
You really are.
sensitive.
Super sensitive.
Yeah, I guess like that's it's a sign of caring, right?
Bullshit.
Being sensitive?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, not that kind of sensitive.
Oh.
I don't know. All right.
Oh.
Well, anyway, we are live for our 30th episode. Did you know it was our 30th episode?
It goes by so quickly.
Isn't that amazing?
It's amazing. 30.
I love it.
Dirty 30.
I'm having a blast. And so if you're just tuning in, I don't know if we have anybody live yet, but I'm going to give you a couple seconds to share this on whatever your social media platform is. Let people know to come over, either if it's on YouTube Live or Facebook Live. Just give us a share, like it, subscribe to it, so that that helps us out with the algorithm. I can't say that word.
Alcohol.
Why can't I say algorithms?
Blah, blah, blah. Can you spell it?
Yeah, I can spell it. I just can't say it right now for some reason. So, all right. So I'm going to play the song. I'm going to go and I'm going to share it. So hopefully we can get the algorithms flowing.
Who's there? It's rare. Who's there? It's rare. Come fill your time. This pod's for all. From the Finger Lakes, join in the call. Learn something new about the Cuca Trail. Upstate New York, every episode I tell. Who's there? It's rare. Who's there? It's rare. It's rare.
Snorted.
That song is like the exact length of thanks, Kyle.
Of what?
That song is the exact length that I need to be able to go over to Facebook and share it onto my page.
Yeah. What did Kyle do? I didn't see.
He did this like that face.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Wow.
Man, that guy singing has a great voice.
Wow, Kyle. Yeah, it's like that's some real talented musician.
Yeah.
Yes. Good morning or afternoon.
I've promised stories on other people's behalfs today, so we'll see how that goes.
Because of last night?
Yeah, and there was like some weird stuff.
No, I
You
promised
said
that
there
Jesse
was
would tell some stories.
Kidnapping. There was some
There was
fight.
There was a fight. There was a kidnapping.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if we don't really have enough information to talk about the murder, but did you see that woman over in Pulteney was charged with murder now?
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll see how that all goes. That sounds crazy.
Maybe not a lot of people know that there was a murder in Pulteney.
Probably not.
So she came up with the idea that she's going to blame it on two other people, right? Or
This
two
is
or three
allegedly.
Allegedly.
I don't want to we don't know what
Disclaimer.
happened. We weren't there,
Well,
but allegedly.
Okay,
I
so
wasn't there.
I heard the rumor that two or three people invaded this woman's house wearing camo, which is pretty much everybody in this area right now, right? Because camo,
Yeah, weird camo.
Where's your camo, Jesse?
It's at home.
Okay. So, because her husband got shot.
It's in a bag of leaves.
Her husband got shot. So now it's been told that they found out, or now the wife is being accused for killing her husband, and that's sad. That's super sad. I think there's been two shootings. Then another wife killed or shot her husband too.
Really?
In Wayne County. Husbands, I'm telling you right now, do not piss off your wife. Do not piss your
This quarantine thing's taking a toll.
I said that to a girl at the Laurentide
last night.
She was offended that I'd say that.
That you said don't shoot your husband.
That I said as a man, I'm pretty afraid right now. And she was completely offended that I would say such a thing.
Oh man.
Why was she offended?
She's like, what? So you think because men hit their wives, they're not allowed to kill them? I was like, what the hell? I'm just like trying to be funny. Will you chill out? I can't handle these people. I can't
handle you.
What did you say? Because men hit their wives, that they should be allowed to. What?
No.
So the girl was pissed because I was like, as a man, I'm afraid, like joking, trying to have fun. And
he's afraid all the time.
The girl, I'll tell you off air.
Oh, okay.
And then she goes, well, I mean, if men would quit hitting their wives, they'd stop killing them. So as long as you're not hitting your wife, you have nothing to worry about. She got pissed.
I can already narrow it down to two.
Yeah.
I've got it narrowed down. I know. Yes, I've got a good idea.
Are we going to see her later today?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I hope not.
We're not going to indicate.
I hope not. But, yeah, and I was like, okay. And then I walked away. I can't stand people that get so serious. It drives me nuts.
Did you tell Marla, I don't want to sit near this person anymore?
I should have. Oh boy.
Well, happy daylight savings day. Or
Oh man, I'll tell you what. I woke up and it was like
Confused.
7:15, and I was like, man, I slept in today because I've been waking up so early.
yeah,
And you know what? Maybe this daylight savings time, maybe it's not so bad.
in fall, but in the spring it screws everybody up.
Spring forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
you
It does suck.
lose.
No,
You
it,
lose. An
it's
hour.
pretty good. Well, not for my girlfriend because she was working nights last night. So she was like
Oh,
working, and then she's like, "Oh, I have to work 13 hours." You know, that's horrible.
That does suck.
That can't be good.
Yeah. Oh wait. Oh right.
Yeah,
So, but then in the spring, does she work an 11-hour?
if she's on that day.
I think she's avoiding daylight savings time.
She's on
altogether.
that day. I
Does
guess.
she get? I mean,
No.
An extra.
no, she doesn't get paid by the hour or anything.
No.
It's
She's
just all
salaried?
salary.
I still don't think you get paid for that hour. I don't know if anyone.
It's got to be
does.
overtime.
You think so?
Yeah.
Wait,
I'll have to ask her.
I mean, assuming that she's into the overtime. there'd
Mary,
have to
are
be
you
overtime.
hourly or salary?
Oh, she's asleep and she's angry.
She's certainly not watching
So
it right now.
that's why I got here so early.
she's angry because
She's mad today.
she was like, "You need to get out of the house for a while,
it was more or less that the dog.
unless you want to get pultneyed. You
The-
want?
Yes, yes.
You need to get out of the house
Yes.
for a while."
I like went up to her. I was like, "Hey, babe, how you doing?" She's like, just go. And I was like, "Okay." So I like get away. I'm like, "What's she so mad about?" And I look, and the puppy tore up her plant upstairs. There's
Oh,
dirt,
No.
and it peed all over the bed. It was a nightmare when I was sleeping. And she got home and seen it, and there was glass broke because the cat knocked over a glass when I was sleeping, and it was like, yeah, it was not good.
I don't know why you guys have dogs and cats all at the same time. I
don't
only have
know.
one cat, and I'm happy with my one
Yeah.
cat.
yeah,
She wasn't happy. With me, though.
I took Hawkeye over there last week, and he just
to Jesse's place?
yeah, he just ran around the house and whined the whole time. He was like, it's bedtime. I gotta go to bed now.
Hawkeye?
Yeah, he loves
Oh.
to go to bed
He had
at,
a lot of
at
fun.
9:00.
He had fun, even though he's
He's an
being a
old man.
baby about it.
Yeah, he was being a baby.
He had fun.
I'm hoping he'll be less of a baby next time. And Kaya was kind of being a little bit of a baby
Yeah,
too.
she
She was
just
like not into it.
So
Yeah.
th-
She
was the
didn't play with
game
him at all.
was the game who was the biggest baby? Was that the game?
Well, they were just being babies in different ways. Like Kaya, his puppy,
The
for
husky.
listeners,
The
the husky
husky.
puppy.
Yeah.
How old is she now?
It's gonna be 12 or 13 weeks. something
Yeah.
like that.
Cute little puppy, but she was like completely chill and just not playful at all when I was there. And it's like you expect a puppy to go want to play with the bigger dog and the bigger dog to be kind of annoyed by it,
Yes.
but it was the opposite.
It was pretty funny.
Oh.
Yeah, it was weird.
So the big dog wanted to play with the
Hawkeye's
little dog.
9, but he's still
Yeah, he's like
he's
jumping
still a
around.
puppy.
Oh wow.
And then my cat ended up, we don't know. My
The black
cat
cat.
ended up smacking Hawkeye when he went upstairs because he yelped and ran back downstairs. And there was a struggle upstairs. So,
So the black cat acted like the big old mean dog.
yeah, the cat was being vicious.
So
Or
like-
Hawkeye. That's why he was sad. Everyone was being mean to him. He couldn't have fun. So I understand.
Nobody wanted to play with him.
Yeah.
That's really weird.
Yeah.
Portia would play with him.
For
No,
sure.
I was playing with him.
Yeah.
We were throwing the ball and he's catching it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he likes to do that. So fun.
I want to know about how your Halloween went last night.
Will you tell the story about the lady ripping her mask off?
Oh,
That
man.
is so funny. That was one of my
So,
favorite parts of the night.
You know, all right, you're as two bar owners who decided not to be open
Yes.
on Halloween.
Mm.
I don't regret it.
Like why did you decide that?
I had two of my employees that were not in, and then there was myself and another employee. And then I'm like thinking, you know what? This is like a one time that I could have like more of a family situation,
Oh, cool.
and even like my coworker, a family situation. So it was just more of a personal decision.
That's awesome.
Yes, but I mean, I just also Halloween, and we did our Halloween trivia thing on Thursday, so we didn't need to double Halloween. So it was just a personal situation.
Not a Halloween weekend.
No, no, it was just I don't know. What about you, Jesse?
Sorry.
I don't know what that meant.
He's just being filled with his puns, his dumb puns.
I know, they're so stupid to me. Jesse, your thoughts?
Yeah, no, Phil knows, but I guess no one else knows. So yeah, because last year was a shit show at this place on Halloween. Everyone's coming in trying to order Bud Lights, and they wanted Tito's, and there's like 25 people dressed to the max, and I got like my patrons all like there's candlelight, you got your flowers, we got our music, and then you have all these drunk Halloween people coming and just destroy the ambiance and ruin like what we're doing, and
Right.
all upset that we don't have Bud Light and that we only serve craft beer, and then upset that we don't have Tito's and we only serve New York State liquor. And I'm like, you know what? That we're not this type of bar, so we're not going to be open on Halloween when people want to get
when you
all tore
especially
up and crazy.
especially now with all the restrictions and things.
Yeah.
It makes it tougher.
Yeah. So what kind of Halloween situation did you have last night?
Well, we went to a little socially distanced. They had some incidental music.
Oh, yeah.
At the Laurentide, and we went over there and I brought a prime rib from Timmy G's.
Did they deliver it there, or did you just went over to pick it
No,
up?
we just went over and picked it up.
Okay.
They close at 8:00 on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah, we were gonna eat there, but it didn't work out.
Oh.
You should have. Oh my God, I'm not really trying to rip the place, but you got to hear this story. It to me, it's
many
still
stories.
mind blowing.
Yeah.
So we try to go into the Union Block to eat. We get our name down at 7:00, and this guy's like, or 6:45, 6:30.
Yeah.
The guy's like, yeah, we'll text you. There's 2 spots at the bar open. Okay. I'm like, okay.
He said maybe like 15 minutes.
I gave him my name, my number, and like I filled my car up. We sat in the parking lot. Anyways, long story short, we never hear from the guy there.
Oh,
Like
no.
never, all night,
Never
like
got
never
called.
got a text.
Never.
And I was like, that's some
And
great
we
service.
saw people going in and out.
Yeah.
Like,
What?
yeah.
Yeah. And we're like, okay, this guy's just a jerk.
Were there better looking people than you? Is that why?
No, did you see how we were dressed up?
Do you think that they're better looking people than Jesse?
Yeah. I mean, even though being in this chair makes you look chunky, that's why I don't like this
It
chair.
is
Yeah,
the chunky
it's
chair.
the-
It's the chunky
yeah,
chair.
The
That's why.
side, when you get to the edge of the view.
Yeah, it's not good.
Like, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Mevo,
So-
get on that. Mevo, if you can just fix the edges a little bit.
So anyways, we don't get in there. And we go over to Timmy G's. It's like 7:50, 7:55. And like we go over and I'm like, hey, we just came here to eat. She's like, you want it to go? We're like, no, I mean, can we eat here? Is that okay? She's like, do you know what you want? And I'm like, no. Like I still don't get it. It's 7:50 on a Saturday night. And she anyways, so she goes back. She's like, let me see if the kitchen's still cooking. And I'm like, are they fucking closing at 8:00 on a Saturday? What kind of a restaurant closes at 8 on a Saturday?
COVID.
I mean, maybe.
What kind of bar is not open on a Saturday?
Fancy cocktail bar on Halloween night.
I wasn't
maybe.
open, and I don't care.
Yeah.
No,
anyways,
no regrets.
so
No grats.
anyways, and then we're sitting there, and she goes, like, okay, yeah, we have this, we have that. She says something stupid about the prime rib, and Phil, like, you know how he is, he calls her out on it instantly.
I said she came out. I asked her if they had any prime rib left, and she said, I think we've got 1 cut left. And there's 2 different sizes. There's like, I don't know.
The woman,
whatever.
the female, and the male one.
Yeah, it's stupid. Why is that gender based?
I don't know. I don't know.
So anyway, like, who cares? But it's stupid.
I hear the female one is better than the male one. That's what I've heard.
Okay. So anyway,
That's what he said.
What I found out, she said we've got 1 cut, and then she goes into. I said, okay, well, I'll take it. She goes back into the kitchen. She comes back out. She goes, oh, did you want like the queen cut or the king cut? And I'm like, you said there was just 1, so give me the one that you've got. And she's like, oh, well, it comes from the same piece. So like, if you get the smaller piece of prime rib, they just cut a pice off of it. And right, like,
it was weird.
how much sense?
Dude.
Like, they just cut it. Oh yeah, no, I can't even use words because it doesn't make any sense.
You seem angry.
I'm not angry.
It was just such
It's
a
just like-
weird experience.
Yeah,
I've never been
but how
treated
wasteful.
like that at a restaurant. It
But
was
how
weird.
wasteful is that? That like I mean, I hope they're at least using that meat for something else later. I don't know, but
When people come into your
give
restaurant,
me the whole piece of meat.
if it's the end of the night and you really don't want to serve them, just tell them you're closed.
Yeah.
Because
I've
you
done
know
that.
what? You know what Phil and I would have said? Okay. Instead of like getting like the
Yeah.
weirdest
Yeah.
half-ass service I've ever got in my life.
Well-
The next time Phil comes on by, I'm gonna be like, I guess we have that kind of beer.
I don't know. I mean,
We have 1 more cider left.
That's what she's been doing anyway. Don't let her fool you. That's exactly the.
are we
experience
allowed
that I
to
get.
eat here? I mean, okay, we'll just take it. Oh, great. That's what she does. And I'm like,
I was like, yeah. Do you have a plastic knife that I can cut my prime rib with though? Because I'm gonna need to be able to cut that.
oh, it was
We're not going to
it
a
was
house.
a shit show. So.
Okay, so you ordered food. You got rejected from Union Block. You got shamed at Timmy G's. Then you finally waltzed into Laurentide.
Well, we were already at Laurentide before.
We returned to the Laurentide.
We returned.
You
with our
returned.
food.
We just wanted food.
We just wanted food.
That's like all we were
Just
trying
get
to do.
pizza. Why? Oh yeah, you can't eat food.
You know how Phil is.
I did offer to go to
Wings?
Cam's.
He
You should
did.
you should have gotten
He did.
wings.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, it's all right.
Wings.
At the end of the day, we didn't die. So we took our food back. But the whole mask thing happened before we.
It was before that.
Oh yeah. Okay, so tell the mask story.
So
It's so
set
funny.
up the story.
It's
I
so
don't know
funny.
how good I'm going to be able to tell them this, but
Try.
so anyway, yeah, this whole thing's been a setup for this story. So essentially,
Right.
some of the challenges of being a bar owner that I've been able to observe as not a bar owner is people who are getting kind of tired of the restrictions, which like you're tired of them too. Like everybody's tired of them.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to ruin your fun night. They wish they could be having more fun. They don't like it's not fun for anybody. For
I
them
want to
be
make more
like,
money.
could you put your
Right.
mask on? Could you stop dancing? Could you just like sit down at a table and then we'll come get your order?
Mm.
Like that's not fun for anybody.
Mhm.
So there's a lady who's like up dancing around. Like that's the
Without her mask on.
Emperor
Dancing
Cuomo.
around.
Yeah, Emperor Cuomo says you can't dance.
No dancing.
It's like that town in Footloose. And
Yes.
we banned dancing. So you gotta like learn how to like do that thing for the dance. Anyway, drive a tractor into a ditch or something. So the lady's up there dancing and they asked her politely, would you mind, just put on your mask and you have to sit down. You can't stand up and dance. Like you can kind of like wiggle around in your chair kind of thing. Like that's all that's allowed.
Put your damn mask on.
Just could you could you just put your mask on
your
and,
mask
and
on.
then could you
like
just
we've
sit
said
down?
1,000 times to everybody that walks in our door. So
Yeah. So she didn't like that. And she like went straight to she was like shouting at them that they were a bunch of liberals and that she hated it. And
it's the way that
then-
she walked.
then
off
her
that was the
husband,
best.
yeah, the like I only saw the aftermath, and
Yeah.
it's her husband is just trying to convince her to just, all right, honey, like it's time for us to go now.
And she's in a
Like,
costume.
could we just go? Yeah, she's in her
What
costume.
was the costume?
I don't know. Something stupid.
it's not- yeah.
I don't know.
Oh.
And he's like, all right, sweetie, like we just had, and she's just like, no, I'm sick of this. I can't. I don't want to.
I've had to do this since
I've
March.
had to do this
And
since March.
it's March to August. I'm sick of it. And she
And
grabs
she
her
starts
mask,
to stomp. She's stomping
Just
off.
fucking wings it in the fucking bar, and this fucking mask go flying. You like watch it float down, and I'm trying not to because she's acting like such a baby.
Oh
and this
my
woman's like
God.
in her 50s. I'm like, grow the fuck up. But it was hilarious. It was like one of my favorite moments of the night. And the way that everyone that worked there handled it was amazing because
They
everyone
were
everyone
spot
was
on.
like, no one gave her any attention, so
Yeah.
it pissed her off more. She's just leaving, and they're all like, "Thank you for coming in. Have
All
a
right.
nice night.
See you next time."
Yeah, it's so funny the way they handled it because I'm like one of those owners. I get pissed. I'm like, "Oh fuck you! Don't come back." I mean, no, they're like, "Thanks, thanks for the mask."
Don't come back.
Oh god, it was awesome. Marianne doesn't think it's as funny. If she saw it, she'd be laughing. So.
Oh my God. It was like something.
It was
out
one of the
of-
best storm outs I've ever seen.
The Gone with the Wind situation. Was she twirling her way out?
She gave a damn though. She gave a damn.
I think we're touching upon something that I think a lot of people are just getting past.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
and there's a reason why we're wearing the mask. I get it, but no dancing, none of this. It's just people are getting tired of it. But you know what? We're getting into more of a colder part of the year, and it's probably, I don't know. I'll be surprised if we don't shut down all over again.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I don't see it happening.
You don't see it?
People won't do it.
People won't shut down.
No,
People won't comply.
no, there's no way. Not now. Too late.
Mm-mm.
It's gone too long.
No, I mean it's going to be stricter.
Don't we have more cases now than we've ever had?
Yeah, yeah.
Do we?
Oh, at one point
Yeah.
we were like a hot spot. We were a red zone, and nothing happened.
No, I don't mean just this. Like, I don't mean.
Oh,
I mean
okay.
the United
Everywhere.
States. Like, I
Oh,
think the
I
United
don't know.
States has more
Oh.
cases than it
Yeah, not
ever
New
had.
York, right?
Yeah,
No, I agree.
Yates County was a hot zone though,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
think we're down to like 3.5% now.
and nothing was really. I mean, I you're not going to see people comply. I don't think so. I think a lot of people are done with it.
People are tired of it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you guys had a good night overall.
Oh, there's more stories.
Oh, there's more?
Yeah, we have lots
Oh.
of stories.
Are
But
there
those
more
are,
stories?
there's lots of great stories.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Did
was
anyone
good.
hit on Phil?
Yeah, of course.
Just me.
That though, I was like, I had to just fight. I had to fight through the ladies to just get anywhere.
Did you know you were going to be 007 before or after Sean Connery's death?
The moment I saw it, I knew what I had to do.
Perfect.
Can we just like take a second and recognize Sean Connery's just he was a gift. Like just having somebody like that, that like we all got to enjoy his work.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, it feels like a gift that
He had a sweet beard.
he had a sweet beard. He
was,
loved wearing kilts.
He was a really amazing actor, and that's what I posted on my Facebook. Was what my first movie with Sean Connery is in Indiana Jones when he was with Harrison Ford, and he's obviously been in many other movies after that. But holy shit, I'm really glad to be alive to have witnessed his movies.
Yeah,
he was fantastic.
He was like a ladies' killer for that generation.
Absolutely,
his generation. Yeah. All the women like
when
him.
I think, when I think about. Not even because of that, but when I think in general about, what are like good qualities that a man should have, I think like he's a role model for that for me.
You don't think of me?
No. But when you say good qualities,
actually, I do. Actually, I do.
Do you think if Jesse and Sean Connery are the same exact
they're not the same
level?
person.
Pretty close.
But I know Jesse better than I know Sean.
True.
Jesse's like patient sometimes, and sometimes he's like ready to pounce. But only if somebody deserves it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he puts on this, like, I don't know. He's got this outer appearance, but then on the inside, he's very contemplative.
I'm like a. You ever had one of those Ghirardelli chocolates with like the soft inside, like crunchy outside, like deep down I'm mushy and soft, but on the outside.
Do you really want to tell people, like in our audience, that you're mushy on the inside?
On the inside.
Do you really want?
It's like deep down. When you like bite in and you're like, where the hell is it? Like they said it was in here. I don't know where it is, but yeah, it's like that. So fun.
Okay, so Sean Connery did pass away. That is extremely sad.
Yeah.
How old was he?
No, he was 90. He was 90.
He was 90.
Okay. So I mean, I don't know. I hope it was
What did they say from what?
Probably being 90 years old.
I never saw anything about what.
No.
But
so if no one saw Phil last night at Halloween, he was 007.
Yeah.
007.
I make a good Bond.
Yeah.
I told everybody I'm gonna go audition. I know I thought they said that the next Bond was gonna be a woman or like a black woman or something like that. And that's cool, but I thought I could add some diversity by being the first American Bond.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Okay.
I thought that would be cool.
Yeah.
And then between you being mean to Phil yesterday,
oh my God,
and then someone else goes to Phil, hey, so who are you supposed to be? And
no, he didn't say that.
Oh, he goes, oh, are you supposed to be Ricky Gervais? And Phil goes, no, I'm James Bond.
Jim Corden. Oh, was it Ricky? No, it was Jim Corden.
No, he said Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais?
Yeah, that's what he said.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Jim Corden.
He said Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais?
Yeah. And then you go, and you go, I'm 007. He's like, are you sure you're not Ricky Gervais? You're like, no, I'm Phil.
I was like, if I'm not.
It's so funny. The guy's like,
if I'm not Bond,
who's
like
Phil?
The second option is that I'm Phil.
So let's take a step back here. So Phil sends me a picture. He Snapchatted a picture of himself and he put some gel in his hair. And I'm thinking, oh, prom date, right? Because that's what he looks like. And
she's like, I told her, I said I use some hair product because she's always trying to get me to use some hair product.
Encourage.
And then she was like, oh, well, you did it wrong.
you did do it wrong.
Oh,
You
boy.
did. You still did it wrong. But I'm just asking if Jesse could just play with his hair for just a moment, and you could see the potential of where it can go. Because when you were talking,
Don't play with my hair,
Stop it.
Phil.
No,
No, I think she
you're
was
supposed
telling
to play
you
with
to play with
his.
my hair.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
that's
it's
fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
We're not
See?
going to do that.
No, we can do that too. But like when you were at the bar, my bar on Friday, the couple next to you, they agreed if you put some, what is it called?
Pomade
In your hair, they would be like, yes. Like that girl was like feeling it. She's like, you need to just toss
What
up
was
the
she
hair.
feeling?
The potential of putting pomade in his hair.
What are you talking about?
Yes, you don't remember the couple you were talking to the whole
From
night?
Pittsburgh?
Yes.
They were cool.
They were cool.
They were cool.
They were fun. They went to your place, I think, right?
So,
Afterwards?
there was the lady was a physician assistant, and then the guy was a FedEx driver.
Yes, they were they came late though, right? What time?
Yeah, it must have been late.
Did you have your buttons
They were
unbuttoned?
sweet.
I told them that you do that. Should I not tell people that anymore?
You should go see
I'm trying to think. I think somebody told me about that. Yeah, I think. Shoot. Oh wait, they were a really young couple. Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
You should do a cross promotion between your bars, and not tell Jesse when it's going to happen, but you should give a discount based on how many buttons Jesse has undone.
Yes.
Like if you go over to the 18th Amendment and then you come back and you tell me here how many buttons Jesse has undone.
Oh, God.
Get a picture with Jesse and for every get a selfie with him, and for every button that's not done, you get like $1 off.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
The creepiest moment that comes to buttons and chest and everything was, and I didn't know Marianne that well then. She comes to the bar and she's like,
don't spit.
So I was looking on Twitter and
No, it wasn't Twitter.
I
it was
Googled
Google.
your name.
Oh, yeah.
I did.
I Googled your name, and this is the picture that comes up, and bam, it's me just like full chest out, like wearing nothing. I'm like, yeah, that was a long time ago, Marianne.
And you were like,
Been
and
meaning
who
to
are
talk
you?
to you about that. You might want to clean up your Google presence.
Yeah, that's not very good.
No, we were in the office and we were
Oh,
just
God.
talking about you randomly, and then one of the girls like Googled you, and that was the picture that came up, and I'm like, I can't wait to show him.
I wonder
this.
if that's
This is
still-
great. I hope it is.
Oh God, it's not there.
It's maybe
Be careful
not.
Googling that. There's a porn star named Jessie Jane.
I know I have to spell it right?
Yeah.
There are too many S's for sexy.
You told me that.
Sexy.
You told me
Jesse.
that because I spelled it wrong once.
If
like,
you
when I
put
first met you.
Jane in there, it's gonna get real weird.
Oh, it still brings her up anyway.
Does
Oh,
Yeah, she's mostly clothed.
Mm.
Here's one of let's see.
oh, are you gonna pull that up?
it? Oh God.
Oh yeah.
No, don't do
Here's-
that to people. They want to enjoy it.
No, this is just us.
Oh, that's my
They can't see
town
it.
of Barrington. That's a horrible picture.
Yeah,
There-
that's not a good picture.
There's a
Leon.
Jesse.
That's a horrible picture.
He's got the pomade in full effect.
But look, his
But
hair
he's
looks
got
great.
No smile whatsoever.
No,
well,
that's
he's,
kind of
he's
a-
like a I don't know.
You have
that's-
like luscious lips.
Yeah, I do.
You're looking really luscious in general in that picture.
Oh God. That's a horrible picture.
Let's see. This
Who
is
are
all
these
the
creepy
pictures that come
people?
up when
Yeah.
I type in Jesse Jean. Look at that picture. It's like
What if
you got to
you-
move your hands up like 1 inch.
What if you put like
Or
Dundee
down.
or something? Right? Isn't that
Should I
what-
put Dundee?
well, yeah, don't you think that would work?
Yeah, put Dundee.
I'm sure that's what Marianne did. She probably got real stocky in there.
Did-
That's what I do with my
Should you get
time.
all of your Hall
no.
of Fame?
It's not there.
Oh my gosh!
No.
I
Steve
should have.
Wheeler's there.
Well, hold
Kelvin.
on. Hold
Wait
on.
a minute. Do
hold
you know
on.
you're going too fast?
I'm gonna. Well, it's because I don't see a picture of Jesse. Let me do. So this is DuckDuckGo. So let's go to actual Google.
What is going on?
Oh, we're gonna try to find you.
All right,
Don't
we're
forget to
finding
vote.
Jesse Jane.
Don't
Oh,
forget to
no.
vote.
Everybody vote.
I didn't know
vote.
voting was Tuesday.
It ends Tuesday.
It ends Tuesday.
No, stop.
Images.
I wasted my vote. I already went down and it took care of it. It took me like 2 minutes. There was one person in line ahead of me.
Dude, that chick looks rough.
Oh, there's the picture.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
I know.
If you go on regular Google and type in Jesse Jane, make sure Jayne,
Oh no.
you'll see the weird shirtless picture of Jesse.
I'm not really
not
shirtless.
going to.
I just only have 2 buttons.
not going to send that to anybody.
But
Please do. Wow,
no.
that was.
There's just a lot of
incredible.
Jesse. There's just a lot of Jesse there. Not in a good way.
so much Jesse.
It's okay.
Oh,
It's all right.
no.
We
I
like.
was 22.
we like him
23.
anyway.
What do you people want from me?
Jesse,
It a
that
long
was
time ago.
literally just a few years ago.
That was 5 years
It was
ago.
like last week.
That's a lot of years.
Oh my god, 5 years ago.
That's a lot of years.
That's just
He's grown up. He was
Grown
showing
up.
me all the pictures last night. He's like, Phil, you would not have been my friend 5 years
He
ago.
would not have
You
been.
would have not
Were
liked
you a
me at
jerk?
all.
Were you a jerk
Oh,
5 years
yeah.
ago?
Oh yeah, I was
You
the
could tell
most
just by the pictures.
arrogant person in the world.
When
I
did
was so
you
bad.
start becoming a good person?
I
Like
don't know.
yesterday?
I don't know. Yeah, it might have been like.
Do you think
last night I had an epiphany?
Did Mary turn you?
No. It's
Did
probably
she convert you?
when I started my business. I slowly was like, okay, this isn't attractive to people or customers, and it's not like a good image. So you really start practicing your self-image when you open a business because
So is it
now it
all
matters.
about image, or is it you just want to be a better person?
well, at first it was about image, and then I'm like, oh wow, it's not too bad to be. Because when you're a cocky douchebag, you're not really a cocky douchebag because you mean to be. It's because you're hiding stuff, right? Because like most people are generally good.
What
people.
were you hiding?
I just think people have insecurity, so it's like
People have many
so
insecurities.
like acting like that is a good way to hide it. Like, oh well, no one's gonna come talk to me because I'm this and I'm that. So
I'm going to say this.
that's why I don't do that.
When I before met both of you guys, obviously I didn't meet you at the same time, but I didn't think I was going to like either one of you guys. I've told you, Phil, like I didn't like you from the beginning. And Jesse, I
Yeah,
didn't
you
think
keep
I was going
reminding
to.
me.
I know. And Jesse, I didn't think I was going to like you because I thought you were a cocky bastard.
Yeah.
But now that I've gotten to know you more, I
Mhm.
think you actually are genuinely a good person.
Generally.
Yeah.
You know,
Generally.
my dad always reminds me that you didn't like me when you met me.
Absolutely. Why does your dad? I love your dad.
Because he listens to the podcast and then he's like, oh yeah, remember that Marianne didn't even like you?
Because you were weird.
That's weird, right? Now you're friends.
You
but
still don't
she
like
didn't
Phil.
like you.
Even though you guys are friends, you still don't like him.
I love Phil. I think Phil's a great guy. Oh, let's go back to Friday at the Water Street Wine Bar
Oh,
where
no.
Phil was in, and then I was texting one of my friends. Her name's Demanda, and she apparently told me that you were rude to her at Laurentide. A lot of things happened at Laurentide. Yeah, Phil was mean to her. So then when I
That
She's-
doesn't
asked-
sound like
You want to talk
Phil.
about sensitive?
no, I'm just saying.
That was what she said. She
this
thought
is
that I was mean to her.
full
And then
circle,
when I found out that she thought that I was mean to her,
right?
felt terrible. I don't want anybody to think that I'm making them feel bad on purpose. So I apologized.
There you go. That's nice of you, Phil.
How many drinks did you have in you when you apologized? Because I kept giving you drinks.
Like one.
Nah.
Yeah.
What did
I gave
you
you
what'd
more.
you do that was mean?
I was just so this lady has been asking. She knows that I'm involved with the outlet trail. She's always running on the outlet trail.
Okay.
So she's been asking me for years, Phil, why don't you have a 5K? Why don't you have a 10K? Why don't you have a half marathon? Whatever, right? So then I meet with this guy who she recommended to me, and we put on a 10K and a half marathon.
Yep.
And she didn't run it.
Oh, what the hell?
Was it a virtual thing?
So her reasoning was she only likes to run them if there's other people there. And I was like, well, you could bring people. Like you can bring your own. Like you've got friends. Like just ask them to come run with you, or just put it out into the ether and say, hey, we're like gonna get like 4 or 5 people. I mean, you're not gonna have 100 people,
Oh, this just can't
Right.
happen right
but
now.
you can have somebody go run with you. That's okay. And so she didn't like that. And then I also, she'd also been asking about, well, why don't you have a running club? It's like, well, why don't you start a running club? And she didn't. And then somebody else did. And then she didn't participate in it for like it yet. Still hasn't. She's like, because I don't know anybody. I'm like, well, yeah, you don't know them until you meet them. You have to go meet them.
Right.
And then you might like it. So, but she didn't like the way that I approached that because I kind of made fun of her a little bit because she like every time I'd see her, she'd be like, Phil, when are you going to have a race? Phil, when are you going to start that running club? Like
Yeah,
every time
but
I
do you-
talk to her.
but do you
and
think-
so like, I don't know, but I just kind of, I don't know.
Do you think that's her way of being able to approach and talk to you?
Absolutely.
Like I don't think she
Absolutely.
actually wants that.
No,
'Cause
she does.
But I think it's more of
She
her
just-
her way to talk to you because that's all she
Yeah,
knows
maybe.
to talk to you
That could
about.
be. Yeah, that
That's
could be.
what a lot of people do. Like A lot of people only try to talk about what they know you're interested in.
But she goes to all these 5Ks and races and stuff.
Yeah.
She just didn't want to do it virtually. So maybe next year we'll be in person and she'll come to it.
I think that both of you, and there's many other people in our lives that have a certain kind of personality. You have a certain personality. She has a certain personality.
Yeah.
And I love you guys for it. That's just who you are. When you get grumpy about something, and you know this about me, I get grumpy with you, and you say something to me, and I get a little sad about it, and I get over it.
I appreciate that about you too, by the way.
I felt like I was giving you back something that you give to people, and you didn't like that. That was my perception yesterday.
What?
So
because you were giving me crap.
you said "f you" to me on Snapchat,
He was
and I
ju-
thought
it was like funny. He was like with all the yous.
That's why I did the capitals and the
now
you.
my perception. I thought you were mad at me.
No, I was
We were
was
sitting there
laughing because when he showed the first thing you said that he showed me, I was like, "That's fucking awesome," and I could see his like one feeling he has was like hurt a little bit, and I was like, "Oh no." She hit him where it hurt.
I
Phil's
just
one
I went out of
feeling.
my way to do this one thing that you have been telling me for like years that you want me to do. You saw his like it looked like a chewing tobacco tin in his pocket, and he's like, no, it's pomade. And you were like, Phil, can we? And I was like, no. And then all of a sudden I did.
And his hair looked
And
good.
you,
actually.
instead of
Huh.
giving me praise or appreciation for at least stepping outside my
You
comfort
stepped
zone,
on him.
you were like, oh yeah, well, you know what? It looks like shit because you did it wrong.
You stepped on him. At his weakest moment,
Oh
you
my
just
God.
stepped on him.
So like I told Kevin about it. I'm like, Phil literally took a step forward, but yet took two steps back. But
Yeah,
you know
never
what?
again.
So I apologize. I think we all make mistakes.
No, it's okay.
I-
It's
no, no,
okay.
no, no, no,
And
no,
I was
no.
sensitive.
I'm
I
sorry.
shouldn't.
You're never sensitive, first off.
No, you hurt that one feeling. You've seen it in his eyes.
You hurt my feeling.
He has one, and you hurt it.
I want to apologize, and I've also gotten into an argument with Kevin earlier today. It's just like I think we in our mind we're right, and then when we talk about it a little bit more, and I'm like, oh, I was wrong, and I apologize, and I want to apologize to you that
Well, thank you.
because I don't want you to not ever put it in your. I want you to try it again, and because you're making really good steps. Your hair, it can be better.
What's that? Okay. So say I'm open to it like this much.
Just that much. That's
like
fine.
I've cracked the door to this potential. Okay?
Yeah.
Convince me
Okay.
that I should.
I think his hair looks good today.
Just convince me
It
that I
does.
should.
It does look better. I don't know what is it because of the stuff from last night.
I don't know. He's
Did
good.
you shower today?
His sides are short.
I did shower today.
It's the way
Okay.
he's got like his sides are short and his hair's he's got that
I
like that kind of
just-
look.
I
you know?
just want to put a little something in his hair, and I think because let me tell you something. I think I've already told you the story when I was in my girl Tanya's like salon. I know I'm bouncing around here everywhere, and she had this one client there. This is before COVID, and his hair is usually like kind of like plain. And then she put some sort of product in his hair, and I looked at him like, "Whoa, it's like a night and day." I'm like, "You look really good. You look way better, actually." And I want to just see what your hair
I'm
will look
worried
like.
I'm worried that I'll look like I'm trying to sell you a car.
No,
You know what I'm you know
I
those guys
see.
that they look like they're trying
no,
to sell
no,
you
no,
a car.
No. That's now you. This is where your expertise comes in,
Now
and
you look like,
no. This is where you would not overly do it because you are really good at putting this product in one's
Absolutely.
hair.
Well, you should see me with flat hair. I really like. I don't know when my hair's flat, it just doesn't sit right. That's the only reason I really do it.
he slicked it down last night for his Superman costume.
I don't.
He looked really good last night.
Thanks, Marianne. Yeah. So it just flat. Like, thank God my girlfriend loves me. I'm sorry, honey. But because when I wake up, my hair, I'm not. So like, I've always had this thing where I like always get just ruffle it up a little bit.
That's all
Try
you
to.
do.
I was thinking
'cause
last night
it
that he
needs
was going
some
to try to
texture.
do my taxes or something.
Yeah. Somebody thought I was for
Oh,
like
you know what I
Geek
asked you?
Squad. That's what
I
they
asked
said.
you
Yeah.
if you were a reporter,
reporter. That's what it was. Yeah, I looked like a news
and you were like,
reporter.
Well,
and I was like,
Clark,
oh, Superman, and then it's
Yeah.
like, oh wait, yeah, actually that was his job. He
He's
was
a news reporter. Yeah,
but if I had
because
to,
I was Clark.
and I guessed you right off the bat, though. I
Yeah.
knew exactly who you were.
Yeah, but she had no idea that the guy in the in the James Bond tuxedo was James Bond.
If you were carrying around a martini glass, I think people would have figured it out.
Let me tell you something, Marianne.
Tell
With
me.
my little bit of psychology, my associate psychology degree, which isn't much, I've read Phil pretty good. So listen,
I'm listening.
Phil
He's
is
seen in my
actually
soul.
like he's over the hill when it comes to what he if he cares what people think about him. He's pretty good when what random people think about him doesn't really affect him. When he cares about a person and they think badly of him or they say something, that really hurts Phil. That's when his feelings. So since you're like his best friend, you gotta be nice to him. Because he doesn't care. Like my thing is my friends can be mean to me and I'm like, oh fuck you guys. It's like I care what everyone else thinks. Phil's like, and that's a bad thing. Phil's like, I don't give a fuck what people think, but I give a fuck what my friends think. So that's where it is. That's why you got to be nice to
I
him.
already apologized.
You know what? You know what?
I hit it, didn't I?
Did he?
You guys,
I hit it.
hold on though. All right. So you guys, when I left town this spring,
Uh-huh.
Oh, right.
you were like two of the only people that reached out to me when I was gone.
We're your best friends.
Yeah.
Best friends forever.
Yeah. It meant a lot. It's like, you know what?
So you got to be nice to him and it's
Yeah.
one feeling.
Now-
I
so
am
now you're-
nice to him.
Now you're stuck with me.
Well, should I get you those best friend necklaces? We'll have like the three of them.
You- Can you do it with three?
Yeah. So there's a middle one. You would be the middle one, and Jesse and I would be on the outside. So when we put them all together, it makes a
Newbie,
heart.
you know what to get the podcast for Christmas,
Actually,
buddy.
you know what I want? You know what? No, you know what I really want?
What do you really want?
Is sort of
Yeah.
like not really, but
Okay.
I saw an ad this morning and it was this necklace. It was this little heart. It's like that big. It's like the size of your fingernail. And it's got this little like jewel in the middle, except if you hold it up to your eye, it's got a picture in it. So we
What?
could
That is
get
cool
one
as
with like
shit.
It is
with like
really
a
cool.
picture of the three of us
That's funny.
I love
in this
it.
little heart.
I love it.
And then you just hold it up to your eye anytime you want to see us. You just put it up to your eye.
Can
and
I
you
just
see
can I just make sure I have all the buttons undone
No!
on that picture?
Can we just get the picture that we had of you on Google a minute ago?
Phil's gonna be like, hey, look at this. They're like, oh my god, what is that?
We should get just that picture from him from Google.
Oh no.
And you know what? Actually, to any of our listeners out there,
Newbie.
shoot us an email. We'll enter you in a contest. All you have to do is you have to invite 5 friends to listen to the podcast and to like our Facebook page. And then
Like, not lick.
we'll enter you
Look.
into
The
a drawing
necklace with-
to win a necklace
with
with
Jesse?
a picture of Jesse's bare chest on it.
Yes. Oh my
Please
god.
don't let
Like
Newbie win it.
you can't quite see his nipples, but it's
Oh.
like it's close.
Yeah.
like you're worried that if the wind blows just right that it's gonna.
If I was a female, I would have needed like those little
You get the-
nipple covers. So
Yeah,
that in
it's like
case it
that-
slips
It's
down.
like that Jennifer. It's like that Jennifer Lopez Versace dress that she wore to the I think it was the MTV or
it
Grammys
was like
or whatever it was.
2002.
We all remember that dress though. That's what it's equivalent to.
Yeah.
You are Jennifer Lopez.
Perfect. You know the sad part is I went to a club that night.
With Jennifer Lopez there?
No, I went to a nightclub like that with that many buttons. I'm not shitting you. Like I think back about it, I'm like,
With people?
yes, with people. Still to this day, I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking? Like, I can't believe like the balls I had. Now I would never.
You
I
have
don't
little
care.
balls now.
So
yeah,
little
yeah,
balls.
yeah.
So here's
Like, I would never.
So Jesse, where is that picture housed on the internet?
It must be from Twitter.
We gotta like delete that tweet.
Yeah, I do.
Why?
I should.
Because and then replace it with like a one that you want people to see.
Dressed like that, I met one of the most gorgeous girls. Sorry, honey, you're the most gorgeous girl. I met one of the most gorgeous girls in the entire world that night, and like we talked and what happened, but and it was like, and I think back,
Yada yada yada.
and I think back, and I'm like, what kind of daddy issues does that poor girl have, or something to look at that and think that's attractive?
Yeah,
like I
no.
don't know, like. I don't know.
Oh, very
He yada
little.
yada over the best part.
I don't know.
He did yada yada.
Yeah.
The best part.
I don't understand. Like, man, I don't know.
You know, people
if
have
I saw that guy walking
weird-
around, I'd be like, fuck him. He's a weirdo. Like, I'd like walk the other way. Like, what the hell? And you just think back about stupid shit you've done. You're like, wow, what the fuck was wrong with that person? So
I
yeah.
ask this all the time about you. About
Aw.
that. Yeah. But you are in a very good place. So
he's
that's
grown
really
up.
good.
You're all grown up.
So
And I think we all do that. We all grow up.
yeah.
You have to.
Can I tell
Thank
Marianne
God.
about my cat story now?
Well, that's so
The
when
black-
I teased everybody with a story about a fight and a kidnapping,
Oh,
this is the story that Jesse's about to tell.
you're gonna love this story,
Do
Marianne.
it. All right.
Ruth, first, just to how I knew it was a great story.
And she has a black cat, by the
I
way.
Right.
do have a
I
black cat.
called Ruth and told her the story at work, and she was crying, laughing on the phone. She was like crying while she was bartending here because it was so funny.
Okay.
So what happened was, I'm home. I'm pretty drunk, feeling pretty good, and so I don't know. Mary's trying to let the dog out. The cat gets out, or I let the cat out, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck that cat. I'm not going to get it. It can die out there. I chase it all the time. It's always gone. It's 11 o'clock at night. I can't, or 10 o'clock at night. It's dark. So then I look over and Mary's like crying because she's scared something's gonna happen to the cat, and I'm like, fucking cat. So like putting my boots on. I'm drunk. Just got like some random coat on, and I look outside and there's this black cat standing in the middle of the road. I'm like, and it's trying to fight this other cat, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. So I'm like, come on, Jinx. And like, I sneak up on this cat and I grab it, and it's like, bam, biting me and scratching me. I'm like, you little bitch, I'm going to kill you when you get inside. So like, I get her inside and I look at her. I'm like, babe, is this Jinx? I don't know. I don't look at
keep biting me.
I don't look at the cat. I've never really, I guess I don't look at the cat that much. And she's like, she goes, doesn't look like it. And I'm like, well, here, just
don't
hold
think
the
so.
cat and make sure it's not Jinx. I'm gonna go see if the real Jinx is out there. And she's looking at me. She's like, "This isn't our cat." And I'm like, "No, it may be our cat. Just hold the fucking cat,
Just in case.
Mary tries to grab this like feral fucking cat I took off the streets trying to fight another cat. And she's like, "It's biting me." I'm like, well, "Fucking set it down." So like, I wouldn't let her let go of the cat. So anyways, I'm like walking. And then all of a sudden I find our real cat and I grab it and it's like purring. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Like, I was like, God, I hope this is the right fucking cat. Because it's so dark. So I'm like, how many black cats am I to steal off the streets of Dundee? Okay. So then I bring that cat back in. And Mary's got this feral street cat, like with a broom trying to get it out. It's like freaking out, and the puppy's trying to fight it. It's such a shit show. And
Kaya's like, this is a new friend.
yeah, and that cat was pissed. And so Mary finally gets that demon cat out of the house, and it was a shit show.
The cat that he picked up was like the other cat that he didn't pay any fucking attention to.
Yeah.
Was his cat. He grabbed
The
the
cat
other
that was trying to fight my
It was
cat.
the cat.
I grabbed the other cat. And
He's
all,
like, yep,
and
I'll take that one.
Mary's like, can you imagine that cat going back and telling stories with He's like, I was trying to fight this cat and some dude just snatched me up in the middle of the street. Like, not good.
But I like how you go back to your real cat. Your cat's like purring. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's like,
my
oh,
turn.
God. And my real cat's probably sucker. Like you're stuck now.
Have you learned to actually put some sort of like a collar on this cat now?
I don't know. I don't know.
You should put like a little bell on it.
I feel like I know her, but it's just dark, and I was pissed, and I was drunk, and I just grabbed the wrong cat.
I know my cat.
Were
She
they
has a little
making-
white hair.
Were they making that sound that like cats make when they are trying to like
Hiss?
intimidate each other?
That
It's like beyond hissing.
the cat that
like
I
they
grabbed.
they make like a growl. Yeah, it's like oh, like I can't even.
It was more.
It's like a low.
It's like,
Oh, it's like
and it was like up
raring.
like this.
Yeah.
And when I grabbed it, it was like all up, and I grabbed it and it turned and it was ready to fight, dude. Like it was gonna go.
How many scars do you have?
It just got me like there.
How many
Jeez.
scars does Mary have?
Oh, she's good.
I
That
love-
cat never
I
caught her.
love the
You gotta be
fact-
careful. You're gonna have cat scratch fever.
cat scratch fever.
Dude,
Mhm.
that cat. There's this black cat that actually is on our street, and thank God I didn't snatch that one up because that cat is like an OG gangster cat. He's got like half an ear, a scar over his eye. Like I look at that cat and I'm like, I walk on the other side of the street and he's walking. I'm like, I don't want to be near that fucking thing. Like it looks like it's been in like 10 gang fights.
These outdoor cats, I don't like it, but I don't like the outdoor cat thing. If you buy a cat, you should keep it in your house.
Oh,
But-
okay. Yeah.
But there's these or on a leash, like I do with my dog, you know, like or in your yard, like not in the whole neighborhood. Anyway, so this cat down the street, it'll just lay in the middle of the sidewalk. I've had all these run-ins with cats, but this one just like lays in the middle of the sidewalk in the middle of the night. Like I think it's warmer because of the heat in the sidewalk, so it lays there. But like I'll be walking my dog, it won't get out of the way. It's just like
It's not afraid of.
You're not a smart cat.
It's not afraid of Hawkeye.
No,
And Hawkeye doesn't try to eat
because
it.
they're used to people walking by and like people walk around these cats.
Hmm.
So they're like, oh well, I guess I'm like bigger and stronger. Like I'm a lion.
Mufasa.
I'm a lion.
You should dominate that cat, Phil. You
This
should go
other cat-
outside and just bite him.
That's weird.
My downstairs neighbor, not anymore, but like 5 years ago, I had a downstairs neighbor. She was wacky. Like I don't know. She had a couple teeth, and she was like,
She sounds like she's from Dundee.
she had all these cats. She fed all these feral cats. We had like a half a dozen or more cats just roaming around the neighborhood, and it was all like when she moved out,
Mhm.
all the cats disappeared.
Really?
What
Wait,
the
do you still
hell?
have that cat downstairs?
There is a cat downstairs.
Is that? I like
one-
that cat.
Yeah, it's a fine cat.
It's a nice cat.
It's a nice cat.
Oh, it almost got jumped in my car.
Yeah, no, it like when somebody pulls into the drive. Well, not me, but when other people pull into the driveway, it like runs up and like, oh hey, you're
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
Like,
No, it's
it's
really
crazy.
confusing. I'm afraid if I take that cat home, Papa will probably
don't
kill
take
me.
it home.
My
It's
cat will.
my
Papa will kill me
downstairs
in my
neighbor.
sleep.
So anyway, so my old downstairs neighbor, she had all these cats,
Right.
and this one was especially mean. And one day it did this to
Was
me.
it
I
an orange cat?
No, it was like, I don't know, it was like multicolored. So I'm walking the dog and I'm coming back to the apartment. This is a good story. So I'm coming back to the apartment, and this cat stands in the middle of the sidewalk and starts doing the like
Mhm.
hunchback hissing thing at us. And I'm like, go on, cat. Like, and Hawkeye's going nuts. And I don't want him to get scratched and get whatever diseases that this cat has. Right. So I'm like, come on, cat, like get up. It won't move.
It just wants to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I go like all the way around.
You just got dominated by it.
I got
House
dominated.
cat.
Well, I just didn't, right. So wait for it though. So I go all the way around, and it runs over and goes on my steps to my apartment. And it like starts doing that, like blocking me from getting into my apartment. And I'm like, no.
This is my fucking house.
So I put the dog in the truck, and I had some kayak paddles in the back of the truck, and I took one, and I took it, half of it, and
PETA, close your ears.
I didn't hit the cat. But I came out whooping and a whopping. I'll tell you what, I was like swinging this fucking thing around, and I'm like chasing the cat. And I'm just like chasing this cat down with his kayak paddle.
Can
And
you imagine
it
driving by
finally-
and seeing that
Oh
shit?
my God.
There's a fucking crazy dude trying to kill a cat.
So this
with a
cat-
kayak
So the
paddle.
cat runs off, and I'm like, yeah, and don't like get out of here, like don't come back.
Don't
So I
come
take
back.
the dog inside, and like as I get to the top of my steps, I hear the neighbor come out, and she's like, "Mama cat, come here, mama cat." She's calling that fucking cat back.
That you just tried to
Like, what? God
beat.
damn it, lady. Stop with the goddamn feral cats. If you like the cat so much, keep it inside the house.
God,
Mama cat.
that's a crazy.
Yeah,
story.
it was the mama cat.
Dude, cats are they're so much more gangster than dogs are.
Oh, yeah.
They're just so tough.
Yeah.
Like they're way tougher.
Definitely.
Like
well, street cats, especially.
yeah.
Street cat. Well, they have to.
My
It's
buddy
survival.
has a house in Rochester, and he's got a dog door, and he has a cat, and he said like it's like fucking 12:30 at night, and all of a sudden, all he hears is like fucking mayhem downstairs, and he's like, "What the fuck?" He's like, so he gets his gun, he's like going downstairs. His cat's fighting some fucking random cat in the middle of his fucking living room, and he's ready to shoot somebody. And it's two cats, and like this street cat
Shoot
came
the
in the
cat.
house, and he said his pussy dog. He's got this big Doberman is like hiding in the corner while these two dog cats are just fighting to the fucking death. And he's like, and I'm trying to get this cat out. My dog's shaking in the corner. My cat's all beat up. He's like, it was a nightmare.
Cats are crazy.
How did he get that cat out of the house?
I don't know.
Oh.
He said he like, I don't know. He ended
Did
up
he
like
shoot
getting
it?
like a trash bag and like got it in a trash bag and like threw it outside.
I thought it was gonna be. I thought you were gonna tell me that it was a raccoon.
No, that would
I
have.
thought
Or
you
a
were gonna tell
possum?
me. Yeah, or a fox.
Oh.
Have you ever noticed that like foxes are scared of cats?
No.
Yeah,
Mm,
they'll
no.
kind of stand off, but the cat'll win. I've seen. I mean, at least if my YouTube research is accurate, I've seen a lot of video. I'm sure. I know some people that watch those videos that they'll like to see. Like Bill Burr always talks about how he'll watch those videos of like animals killing each other, except he'll get the one where like the animal that's usually the prey like gets the upper hand.
Mhm.
Like he'll find a video of like, so he'll see a video of like a lion killing an antelope, and he'll go find a video of an antelope killing a lion.
There's hope.
So
There's hope.
I'm sure there's a video out there of a fox getting the upper hand on a cat.
You ever seen the cats that try to fight the alligators in Florida?
No.
What?
Yeah, dude, you got to YouTube that. This damn house cat. Yeah, look it up. You've never seen anything like this. That's when I knew that cats are like, they're got to be like one of the toughest animals on the earth. Like they're not scared. They fight snakes. They fight freaking alligators, bears. I mean, it's freaking nuts.
Out of all the things that I thought we were going to talk about, I didn't really think we were going to put this much talk in cats.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna play this video for everybody.
Is this the one you're talking about?
Let me see. I gotta see the video.
Hold on. I gotta share the screen.
Share the screen.
Yes, dude. This cat gives zero fucks. He really does.
Cat versus gator.
Yeah, you've never seen anything like this. Mary's watching it. She's like, I swear to God, if he eats the cat, I'm gonna be pissed.
Share. Okay.
There is no cat getting eaten in this.
I'm gonna give them the full screen there.
Okay, go
All
for
right.
it.
So we're gonna see what happens here.
Wow. Is that interesting?
You're just having a standoff.
Really?
What?
That's unbelievable.
Cat's like, you want these hands, bro? You don't want these hands.
Come on, bite it.
The cat's literally like, go back into your home.
Yeah, the
Go
cat's
back
like,
into your
who
home.
the hell
Get
do
in
you
the
think
water.
you are?
Get in the water.
Dude, cats don't care.
This is my land.
There's a longer one of this.
Gator
The
doesn't.
alligator tries to like go at it. The cat like hops on top of the gator, pop, 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 and runs off. I'm like, what the hell? And then it like comes back for more.
That's not this one.
No, it's like really long.
I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go.
He's like, all right, you win. I'll
yeah.
go.
Dude,
I'll
that
go."
cats just don't care. They don't care.
Wait,
Dude.
okay, what's happening? I'm gonna skip ahead. Like,
Does it come and
little bit.
attack it later?
No.
okay, the
Oh, wait,
gator's
there you
coming
go.
back. Oh, he got friends.
I got friends.
Don't worry. That cat ain't
That
scared.
dude. Look at the dude. He's just standing. He's not even looking at the gators that are right next to him.
No, there must be pets.
Look at that cat. He don't care.
Oh, pow.
He's
What about
like,
it- what
that
about-
dude's like, hey, I brought one of my homies. He's like, you're gonna need like 2 more.
Is that another
So-
cat? What's that? What was that other cat?
I don't know.
If you're just listening to this, all you have to do, you got to Google cat versus gator and go on YouTube for it.
Oh, that's another cat.
Oh, now we got 2 cats.
The,
So-
the cat's
so
like,
the
I got
kids-
a buddy too, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love how we're petting the cat and like, oh look, I protected you guys.
Yeah,
You're
that's it.
welcome.
No, one more. Watch.
All right.
Cat scares bear off.
Cat scares bear.
Like goes after bear.
All right, so
like-
we're gonna Google cat.
So there you go. If cats, are you gonna fight an alligator? Any of us? I mean, I'm not. So that's where cats
I
win.
think you
Only
would.
if it's going for my dog. Is it? Let's see. Is it
If
this
my
one?
dog puts itself in a situation where it's going to get eaten by
Is
an alligator, it's on its own.
Is it this one?
Maybe.
you know which one it
It's that
is?
one there in the middle.
the
in the
middle,
middle?
the middle
Yeah.
one. Okay.
Sorry, everybody. You're all watching my awesome technological skills.
Lemons.
Lemon Z. All right, we're gonna give them some ad space. Lemons. Cat versus. Okay, come on.
Oh, it's an orange cat too.
No. Oh, there's like top 5. So this shows like all of them.
So we're watching
Like the top 5
Boom.
cats versus bears.
cats versus bears.
Watch this. Watch these cats. They ain't afraid.
Oh, that's a beast.
Is that a black bear?
That's like a
Yeah.
400-pound bear.
No, that's not very big. Look at it run. Look at it run.
Oh, yeah,
And
maybe not.
Look at that cat.
Oh man, that
Look at
cat's
the cat's
on it.
on him.
It saw the cat and it was like, nope.
Yeah, dude.
And then the cat was like, yeah, you're
The
right.
cat's like,
You better run, bitch.
You're in the wrong yard, bro. Picked the wrong yard
Oh my
today.
god.
Look at these bears don't know what they're messing with.
Look at
It was
the
a
head on
97.
that. Look at the head on that.
Yeah. Well, he's about to meet freaking Fluffy, the house cat. Is gonna whoop his ass if he's not careful.
I don't think my cat would try to save me.
Okay, so the bear is just wandering around. It looks like it's in a field.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, oh, hey, what the hell you think you're doing here, bro?
There's a cat. The cat pops out of the bush
Is stalking the
and
bear,
just
dude.
chases the bear off, and the bear's like, "Whoa,
Dude, these
it's
cats.
a lion!
This is number 3.
It's a tiny lion."
This is the one I was talking about. This one's funny. Like the cat's just chilling, And the bear, it's annoyed by the bear, and it just tries to slap the bear because it gets too close.
Okay, so
The bear's
that's the bear
sniffing the
sniffing,
cat.
and the cat's just
Cat's like, what the
It's
hell
like,
do you
"Hey,
think
hold
you're
on."
doing? You're sniffing the wrong cat.
well, it's sniffing his butt.
Oh.
Oh.
he
Slap the
came
hell
back.
out
He's
of you.
like, pop right on the face.
Dude, I'm telling you, these cats have zero fear.
I think we need to be more like
All right,
cats.
the bear's going up the tree. Is the cat in the tree and he's going for it, or is the cat gonna chase? Is it chasing
It's
him
gonna
up the tree?
chase the bear up the tree, probably.
That's a baby
Where's the
bear.
cat gonna
That's
come
a little
from?
bear.
It is a
Where's
little
the
bear.
cat?
It's
Hopefully,
not even bending that sumac.
Hopefully, mama ain't around.
It's like a 3.5-inch sumac, and it's like not bending
Oh,
it.
it's a little
tiny
baby
bear.
bear.
That cat don't care.
Bears look really weird.
It's just wandering around.
You should see him skinned. They look like a human.
Ugh, I don't want to. I don't want to know that.
That's a weird thing to say.
They do. It's
Okay.
sketchy as shit.
Okay, we don't need
Oh.
to still know that. Oh, that's weird.
Oh, here comes that. Oh my god.
Oh, I love the slow
It's like a-
replay.
It's like an 8-pound cat, and it's like,
Number one.
get me out of here.
This one's funny too.
They're like, go on.
They're banging on the door.
They're trying to
Deter the
scare
bear
him away.
away.
Yeah, don't worry.
Oh, he took the garbage. Oh,
And the
there's
cat's
the cat.
like,
The cat's
"The hell
like,
you
that's
do?"
my garbage. Oh, he's,
Oh,
oh,
oh.
Pop, 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 pop. This cat is
There's a baby in the house laughing.
fearless.
Yeah, because cats are gangster.
Hey, oh,
I just want to take the
he's
trash.
like, all
with
right,
me."
Barry, you take the trash and you get out of here.
Yeah, don't come back
Do
either.
not come near my house.
There you go. That's how crazy cats are.
He still got the trash though. That bear
Yeah.
got the trash.
When
Well,
you-
I think the cat allowed the trash.
When
to
you
be
guys
taken.
go home, because you probably, I mean, it's a little bit, it's not too bad, but there's a look up little boy gets saved by cat. I don't think we want to do it on here because the little boy gets like a dog goes after him and kind of starts biting his leg, and this house cat jumps out and fights this dog, like saves the kid. And that dog is tearing, like grabs that little boy and starts shaking him off his bike. And this cat just bam, pile drives him and starts going down the road. And that dog runs.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy.
And it's like, I can't believe a cat has the balls to do that. It's just freaking, it's nuts to watch.
Cats are crazy animals. Yeah, you had no idea we talked this much about cats.
Turned out to be a barefoot.
They're like lions.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Wow.
Wait, so newbie, you were in the middle of a cat fight last night, like chicks or like two cats?
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
Where did you find these ladies,
I
Pat?
hope it was chicks.
Patrick's like, these chicks were all fighting over me. So
I hope so. What did he say a few
He
years ago? They
said-
found a cat or found a foot?
They found a foot in the
The
processing facility at the dump near Canandaigua. Is that the one in like Stanley or whatever?
Maybe.
The one that smells?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, they found a foot, and everybody thought it was a human foot,
Turned out to be a barefoot.
but it was a bear foot.
No,
A
literal cat
barefoot.
fight.
Oh,
Yeah.
because Jesse said bears look like humans.
They do.
Weird.
What? Why don't you want to know that?
I want to unknow that now.
Why?
Because it's weird.
So we went on a black bear hunt, and we're in Maine and whatever. I'm like upstairs drinking beer because we did our bear thing and eating lobster. And like I go downstairs, and my uncle Judd is like in there, and he's like got this like it's like hanging there. He's got his skin. I'm like, what the fuck? Like it looks like a person. And he goes, "You want to be next?" I'm like, "Oh hell no!" Like, I go upstairs.
Jesus.
And seriously, like, and he's been like a butcher his whole life, and he told me he's like, "What?" Because they have like pecs and biceps, and
Well, yeah.
they got like everything.
I think that it's
So-
probably, and they're kind of similar in size.
Yeah,
It's the proportions that gets you
it
more
is.
than anything.
Yeah, and but their shape,
Right. Yeah, the shape.
because they look
yeah.
big and round, because that's all the fat.
'Cause all
Once
the
you get
animals
the
have-
fat off them, and
pretty much almost all mammals, like they're really close to what we are.
yeah,
Like
it's
when I was
pretty
in high
crazy.
school, you know, one of the things in high school is you dissect a cat, and that is, I mean, that actually it was a college course, but
Yeah,
I was in high
Mary
school at
is
the time.
still
But
mortified from that
but you
course.
dissect a cat, and it's like you're dissecting the cat because it has the same parts that humans have, other than a
Yeah.
couple little differences. And then you talk about, oh, here's the differences, and in a person it would be like this.
Right. Mary cried when she had to
Really?
dissect a cat. She's such a pansy.
I had when I've done some human cadaver courses.
That would be interesting.
So I took one, And then I also, so we did over the course of 2 semesters a full cadaver dissection.
Wow.
And then I taught one a couple of years ago.
Cool.
And we went to the New York Chiropractic College where they'd already done the dissections. And then it's called prosection when they've already got it done. But basically they'd already done that. And then we were able to go through and look at kind of what was going on there. So that because these students who are going to be future healthcare professionals, like it's super valuable. There's no better way to learn that. So it was interesting.
Could you do that, Marion?
Do what? Skin a bear? I kind of zoned out there for a second. I'm not gonna lie. I was looking at skinned bears. That's what I was looking at.
You were looking at skinned bears?
That's what I was just like. I had to zone. I had look. I was looking up the skinned bears.
Let me see. Do you have one that's like a picture that?
Maybe this kind of looks like a person.
No, it's got to be hanging. Like
Oh,
hanging.
see, that's what I mean. Like I got the.
Yeah, don't look up skinned bears.
Newbie almost died between his cats last night.
So Newbie's story.
Salty cat.
I'm gonna read it. My older salty cat. How does a cat? Is it like salty personality? Is that what we're talking about, or is it like it's a black cat with some like Jesse's hair? He's texting, like he's not paying attention.
No, I'm trying to find the
So
picture.
he says his older salty cat was on the couch by his head. The adolescent one is the adolescent one younger? Adolescent, I mean, it's a teenager, right? That's pretty old for an animal. Anyway,
Right.
Surmounted the back of the couch like a velociraptor,
Oh.
and then they growled and hissed, and then commenced battle upon my corpus. That's the second time in 2 days that we've translated corpus. That's body, for those of you who did not take
Thank you.
Latin.
So, just to show you what black bear hands look like.
Dude, those are human hands.
Yeah.
It's like if the thumb was a thumb.
That's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I told you. It's a creepy thing to look at.
I don't. Yeah. So many weird things.
That would be, if you were if it was just cut off so you could only see 4 of the fingers, and then you found that at a dump.
Yeah.
That's why Newbie was saying about the foot, because their feet look like people feet.
Yeah,
too.
you would legitimately think that could be human, and then as soon as somebody who actually knew anatomy showed up, they'd be like,
No, you're an idiot.
No, that's not.
Knowledge is power.
I looked at it.
This is the best podcast we've ever had.
We're talking about
Cats
animals
and bears.
Happy 30th episode, guys.
Yeah,
I'm
happy
so proud
30th.
of us.
So if we were in the Wizard of Oz, who would we all be?
I would be Toto. I don't know why.
You'd be the dog?
Well, yeah. So who would be the lion?
That's what I'm wondering. And who would be the Tin Man?
So the Tin Man did not have a heart.
Right.
I'm
kind of looking over at Phil for Tin Man. I'll be the cowardly lion.
I think Jesse is the lion.
Oh, am I the scarecrow?
I thought I was the scarecrow.
No, you're not the
I had
scarecrow.
a brain. No, I think Jesse's the lion. Let me at him. Let me at him.
But we're all in agreement
like,
that Phil's the Tin Man.
Yeah, you're the Tin Man.
Could you just
Yeah.
just a little? I need some oil. Can you put some oil on me? Just a little on my hinges.
So Marianne's the scarecrow.
Am I the scarecrow? Or am I?
Oh, you might be the Wicked Witch.
Oh my God, that was perfect.
I'll be the
Oh,
witch.
boy.
I'll be the witch. Or
Somebody
am
might drop a house on you,
I gonna
Marianne.
be-
She's the good witch.
I'm the good witch.
She's the
Oh,
good witch.
Okay.
I'm the
All
pretty
right.
one. I'm the pretty witch. I'm the good witch.
I'm the pretty one.
I don't know what made me think of that, but we're talking about animals. I don't know. Who's who in Wizard of Oz?
Mary could be Dorothy.
Mary could be something. I don't know. She's Dorothy. She's one of those little munchkin people. You guys know that I have the old VHS video where the guy's hung himself in the movie.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Do you ever hear about that?
Yeah.
The munchkin guy hung himself, but they took it out a lot. So we must have the original, because when I was younger, I heard about it and I watched like tried to find it, and I was there. It's freaking crazy.
Are you sure it's that? And it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
just-
You know who brought up the Wizard of Oz recently?
Who?
Charlie.
Charlie?
Yeah, Charlie was talking to somebody, and he was like, it was somebody younger, might have been you. It was somebody younger,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't remember who it was. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I bet that you watched the Wizard of Oz in color." And I was like, "Hold on, Charlie. I don't know if you remember the Wizard of Oz because for everybody."
We watched it
when
in
they
color.
made it originally.
It was color.
Well, it was like one of the first movies to
In
really
color,
use
yeah.
Technicolor, but the first like 10 minutes is in black. Like when they're in Kansas,
Yeah.
it's in black and white,
Yeah.
and then when they're in Oz, it's in color. It's actually like think about that's
Yeah.
genius.
That was
This is
genius.
genius.
So genius.
Even though I can't get past black and white movies, I don't know.
you know what?
I have such a hard time.
Like you don't like them or you do like them.
I don't like them. I
Don't
can't.
like
I
'em.
can't watch like bad graphics. I don't know.
Huh.
It's because like I'm entitled when it comes to movies.
you
I don't know.
you are entitled. You are entitled. But I felt the same way too, and I thought I could never get into.
Wait, are you- wait.
No, stop it. So I didn't think I could get into I Love Lucy. I Love Lucy is a fantastic
hilarious.
sitcom, and it doesn't even
She's
matter.
so talented.
She's so talented, but even being black and white, I can't imagine being in color now. Have you seen I Love Lucy?
Yeah.
It is amazing.
do you
I
know?
don't know.
And they did make some of them in color at the end.
Oh,
Yeah,
did they?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
So
I didn't
did you
that.
know? Did you know where she's from?
Elmira?
Jamestown.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yep. Yep.
I was just
So
wondering.
there's a bridge if you're driving on 86.
Yeah.
Through Jamestown. There's like the Lucille Ball Desjardins Bridge or something
Really?
like that.
Oh,
yeah.
that's good to know.
Yeah, she actually.
Jamestown.
I don't know if I think I've brought up this story, but when I was growing up, I had a neighbor, Cat.
You had a
Is it
neighbor?
Kathy. I think it's Kathy. Her husband was Ralph. They were the nicest old people. They were 80 or 90 at the time when I was a little kid, and like I'd go sit on their porch sometimes and talk to them. I had all these neighbors that were like really like 80s, and I'd always just go find whoever was out. I'd go sit on their porch and let them tell me stories. When I was a kid, I was like one of my favorite things. So I'd be like, "Can I go to Flo's house?" And it was like you go down this little path down like halfway through the block that was like a cut through, and her house was on it, and she had like this little dog and these little cats, and she'd sit there with a little shawl on. She'd tell you stories all day. But the lady that I'm talking about was at the other end of that path, and Lucille Ball was her babysitter when she was a kid.
I remember hearing the story.
That's pretty cool.
That would be awesome. Can you
That's sweet.
imagine? Like,
No, I can't.
I'd be like, "Mom, could you just like go out tonight? You should go out tonight." So
That's crazy.
just get the babysitter. Make sure you get the redheaded one.
This is
Send-
when this
send
is
the
when they want the
redheaded one.
redheaded one.
Yeah.
I mean, you've met a lot of famous people,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like a decent, especially athletes.
Mostly athletes.
And then, I mean, I've only met like one famous person. Have you met any famous people?
Oh, if I have, I don't really fully remember.
I've only met Carmelo Anthony.
That's
that was
cool.
it.
I came in contact with Rebecca Lobo, who was a famous UConn women's college basketball player. And when
Yeah,
I saw
I know
her
who
in
she
the
is.
casino, I'm glad you know who she is. I saw her at the casino and I just stopped and I didn't know what to do. And I was so
She's
mad. at
pretty
myself.
tall.
She's so tall.
Yeah.
Don't know
She's
what to
so
do with my
tall.
hands.
She can't
do it.
hide. She's way too big.
No,
Like-
I actually met Joey Fatone from NSYNC. I actually have a picture with Joey Fatone from
There you go.
NSYNC. So there's a picture of me, my ex-husband, because we went there to Vegas on our honeymoon. And because it was the Price is Right game show,
Mhm.
and we didn't get called, which is super sad. But you can get a picture with Joey Fatone and the contestants or the girls, right? So there's a picture of Stefan with his hand on like the woman's butt,
Oh.
and I have a picture of Joey Fatone, and I was like so excited. Because I think he didn't do it purposely. I
Right.
think he just
He didn't do the hover hand though.
No,
just got-
he literally it's like probably one of the greatest pictures because I'm like, I don't care where his hand's at. I was more concerned with like, where was my hand at and where was Joey Fatone? He's right next to me. So he's
That's
hot. He was always my favorite NSYNC guy. Everyone
you go.
loved Justin Timberlake. Take it or leave it, but I love Joey Fatone.
Yeah. Was that your favorite band?
I liked the Backstreet Boys more than NSYNC, but
Okay.
yeah, no, those two. Yeah, I was boy band.
Huh.
Crazy.
Is he gay or straight?
He is so straight.
Is he okay? I know
Yeah.
a couple of them.
Lance loves men.
Okay.
Yes, but I don't know if any.
Huh.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Yeah, you want to hear how I met Carmelo Anthony? Because it's like the most chance encounter. Mine wasn't like a meetup or anything. So I'm at this bar called Blue Tusk in Armory Square in Syracuse.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting at the bar and like just drinking a beer. I was waiting for my buddy, I think it was Brandon, because we were supposed to meet up and watch the Syracuse game. Just having a friggin' beer, and like this presence like walks behind me, like, and I'm like, well,
Wait,
like,
did your
I was-
hair stick up on the back of your neck? What do you mean present?
like, because he's huge, he's 6'9", so like
He's
I
a
just
big
like
dude.
feel like this, like you can just tell when someone like tall is like, and he like sits down like here, and I didn't think anything about it, and like I look over, and I'll never forget. I go, holy fuck, that's Carmelo Anthony. Like, I'll never forget. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, so we have to talk to him, but don't say anything about basketball. And that's all I could think. Like, don't talk basketball. And like, there's like a security guy that like sat down like next to like a bigger dude than him, like big dudes like with him. And like, I'm like, what's up, man? Like, just like casual as hell. He goes, hey, how's it going? And like nothing. I was like, oh, I'm like stuttering, right? Because
Yeah.
like to me, athletes are like, especially Carmelo Anthony, he was like the pinnacle. More or less, I end up having like a conversation with him, and every time, like I'm like, don't talk about basketball. So I was talking to him about everything. I was like, hey, like pretend didn't know who he was. Like, hey, Jesse, like, yeah, you know my name. He's like, hey, I'm Carmelo, and I was like, hey, I'll get him a drink. He's like, no, that's all right, I gotta go. And like we chatted a little bit, and it was cool as shit. And like I didn't ask for a picture. I didn't ask like
How
anything
many-
about basketball. I was
how
just
many
like,
Good for you.
play
How many
casual
buttons?
as shit.
Good
How
for
many
you.
buttons were undone?
I was
for
wearing
him?
a Syracuse hoodie,
Oh,
so
okay.
I wasn't like wearing anything.
So he knew that you knew.
Oh yeah. 'Cause, I mean,
Yeah.
if you're wearing a basketball hoodie, you
Yeah.
know who he is.
Yeah, but I didn't want to act like that because I'm sure that's everyone like fangirls over him, and everyone's like, "Hey, you want to talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
get your autograph?" And I was just more or less like, "I'm gonna enjoy this, and I'll remember it for the rest of my life. Even if people say it never happens, I know it happened." So
yeah,
like,
that doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
people need to.
yeah.
always-
So to me, it was like I'm just gonna chat with him, and I think we talked about the bar. I picked on him for what he was drinking. It
What was he
pretty funny.
drinking?
He drank a oh god, what the hell was it?
Shirley
Was there
Temple.
cranberry juice in it?
No, he drank a beer, but it was like a girly beer. I think it was a Mick Ultra or something.
Oh,
And I picked. I'm like,
Come on, Mello.
I'm like, you're pretty lean to be drinking a Mick Ultra or some shit like that. He goes, yeah, you know, I got to stay in shape. And he brought up
For
basketball.
what?
He brought up basketball. He said, like, I got to go. Like,
run a layup or something.
I got to go to
Tournament?
Brooklyn, like, or the Nets, wherever the Nets were playing at the time. He's like, yeah, I got to fly out there, and I was like, oh, sweet, okay. And like I was just like, just don't pretend that you know he's Carmelo Anthony. That's all you can do. It was funny. It felt like an hour, and it was probably 3 minutes of my life. Like it just felt like forever.
Like, all right, well, see you later.
I wasn't breathing the whole time. I was like, like, it was so funny. I can't. it
Can
was
I?
not good.
Who is
It
this
was not
person?
What?
I don't know who this person is.
Carmelo Anthony.
I don't know who that is.
He was like, he was he number one pick or number
yeah.
two? He was number one or number two pick.
And he's like the last
after his freshman year of college.
Syracuse national championship ever, and all
He
that.
took Syracuse basketball
Oh.
to a national championship, and then he got drafted. I was at his last home game. Everybody's like, 3 more years or 1 more year. So I'm like, give us a year. Like,
Did he
come back.
Did he bounce out
This is
after
him.
junior?
Yeah. This
year?
is him now.
Yeah, he went.
He's older, but when I met him,
Yeah.
He was a nice dude too. Like, yeah,
he was like, he talked to me. Like, I'm sure most guys like that would be like, yeah. You know, get
some of
this
these
kid to shut
guys,
up.
some of these guys use their position, especially. I don't know. I don't want to say especially anybody, but some of these guys use it to be better than you, or to I don't wanna
He's
talk to
very
you.
chill.
Or they use it as an excuse to go out and they're like, oh, I'm just gonna act like an asshole all night and
Yeah.
then get away with it because I'm famous and I'm important.
You know, one
and,
thing I've learned but from Kevin
there,
is
is,
that
there is a Syracuse. Yeah.
oh, look at that.
Yeah.
One thing I did learn
Maybe.
from Kevin is that a lot of the hockey players are really, really cool people.
They have been some of the best people that I've ever met.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Because you've met a lot of hockey players.
Yeah, I've met a lot of the
Professional hockey
You know
biggest
his
names.
wife, right?
She's freaking gorgeous.
You know Lala Anthony.
Who's
No.
Lala?
She's famous as
No,
hell.
I never
Wait,
heard
what
of
is
her.
She's an actress.
The name Lala though? What was
Yeah.
what was she in?
I
She's
have
freaking
a bunch of
gorgeous,
stuff,
though.
But yeah,
Honey.
I just
Anyways.
remember I had never talked to any of the, I mean briefly, but rarely ever talked to any of those guys about hockey. You just talk to them about their family.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You talk to them. The last pro hockey game I got to go to, I was in so when Zach Parisi, so I'm gonna be like doing some little hockey geek stuff for like 2 minutes, so just bear with me. I never grew up a hockey guy, but so Zach Parisi at the time was one of the biggest, like he was the most sought out hockey player in the NHL because he was coming up as a free agent. He's like an excellent dude. He's a great leader and he's a great hockey player. And then Ryan Suter, who was another one, he's a defenseman.
I've heard of him.
Yeah. So these two guys and Zach, both of their dads were also hockey legends.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Wow.
So like the Parisi name goes back. His dad was one of the guys that helped get the program up and running at my last job, where he kind of took it to that level of national championship level.
Okay.
And that was after like he'd been in the Olympics. He'd been in the NHL for years in Minnesota for the Wild, or not the North Stars, rather. He was playing, the North Stars. That's who was there before. So anyway, these guys, Zach Parisi, Ryan Suter, both come to Minnesota. Zach Parisi actually took a lower contract. They both got matching $100 million contracts in the NHL.
Whoa.
To come to Minnesota together.
Wow.
And part of that was the expectation that, take a little bit of that money and get a suite, like pay a little bit of it back.
Yeah.
So they shared a suite and their families would come and watch the game. So anyway, I get a call from Tom Ward, who is a huge guy out there. He's actually back there now. He came out and worked for the Sabres for a couple of years.
Okay.
Cool.
But he's back there now coaching. He's a legend and just a really awesome guy. And so he called me up. He's like, Phil, what are you doing this weekend? We're going to a hockey game. I'm like, all right. Yep. Let me know when we leave.
Schedule's open.
This is one of my favorite pictures. It's one of my favorite pictures is me with all these hockey coaches that I was with. And they're just some of the best people that I know.
You should share that photo because I've never heard of this.
Yeah, I want to
photo.
see the photo.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll have to find it.
Yeah. Cool.
I'll share it out sometime. But so they're just some of my favorite people. And we get there and we all go out to dinner and then we walk down to the rink and we're going up to the suite and it's just us and their dads and their like moms and they're like family members and we're all just in the suite. And so I watched my last NHL hockey game watching these two guys with all my friends, and I'm sitting between these two just absolute Hall of Fame legends.
Are
of
they
the NHL?
They're
both,
Hall of Fame?
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
Bob Suter and JP Parisi. And they both,
It's Bob or Ryan?
well, Bob's his dad.
Bob's
That's
his
who I was
dad.
sitting with, Bob Suter.
Okay, yeah.
So
'Cause-
Ryan Suter was the player.
Oh, he's the
and
player.
Zach Parisi was the player. And
Oh,
then
it's their dad.
I'm sitting between their dads,
Oh,
That's
Bob
so
Suter.
okay.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And those guys are also, like I said, they're also legends.
Wow.
And I'm sitting with
Okay.
them. And I know this, but like I've only ever known them as like these older people that like are just nice guys.
Yeah.
And we're watching hockey together. And they're just talking about, JP's talking about, well, I got this condo. It's like the best thing I ever did. It's like, I got this condo. And when you sign up for it, they just give you a key and all you got to bring is your clothes and you just go and, they take care of the lawn. They take care of the driveway.
What?
They come clean when you want to move out, you just take your clothes, you just give them the key back. Like
Wow.
he's just like telling this whole story about how he's got this all worked out down in, I think in Prior Lake. Nice community there. They've got a lake there and they like bring a Zamboni out on the lake every year and they make it into like
Whoa.
7 hockey
That's
rinks.
sweet.
Wow.
It's sweet.
Cool.
They've got like 500 mite hockey players in that town. Like every kid that's like, these are kids that are like 4 and they're all out there on the ice. Like they produce awesome hockey players because everybody there plays.
Right.
Wow.
So I fell in love with these people. I'm like,
Yeah.
these are just really cool, down to earth. Like they just want to talk about their family just like you do.
Yeah.
And
I love when Jesse
I
talks
was
about
sad.
his family.
I was sad to find a couple months later they both passed.
Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad as hell.
Yeah.
Like, really? Like,
Yeah,
in a
like
bad
they-
way?
From disease, cancer, I think.
But they both like passed in the same amount of time then.
They both passed in this like within a couple months of each other.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It was sad to hear that,
Yeah.
but really nice people. I was glad that I got to meet them a couple times and share that experience.
That's pretty sweet, man.
Yeah,
That's cool.
but those are just like that's.
But getting to sit with people like that long,
Yeah.
that's gotta be crazy.
But it's not about talking to them about hockey or oh, what do you think about like should you pass that like
right.
or what was it like being in the Olympics? It's like what's it like what how was your day?
Yeah.
Like what's going on? Like
would
what
be
are
kinda
you
cool-
working on right now?
It would be kind of cool about the Olympics, though. That's
Oh,
Olympics
yeah.
is like an amazing part.
You got to watch this video. Let me see if I can find this video. And I'm not trying to like videos to everybody.
Yeah, that's my
It's a video.
that's my rule with fame. Like, if I ever meet somebody famous, I refuse to talk to them about what they do because I just like all I can think is how boring is that? How
to
boring
talk
is
about
it?
yourself. I mean,
Just-
yeah.
And just to talk about things you talk about every single day.
Yeah.
So let me see. I'm gonna try to bring up. Pause it. I'm gonna try to bring this up on the screen and show people. This was like. This kind of ingratiated him to a lot of fans in some ways, but he was already there just because of his level of play. But he was just he had this ability to just be aggressive, and so this is an example of it. Let's see if we can.
Oh, out there with.
Okay, what happens if you click full screen?
Oh, that's better.
Takes his pass.
Whoa.
Wow,
Knocked over by,
that's
it'll be a penalty
JP.
there to Canada.
It's like nope.
And just one penalty after another in this game. Reese knocks the Soviet player over, seemed to get the elbow into it.
They're playing against the
And
Soviets.
will get an elbow
They're not wearing
penalty, and
helmets.
Canada will
No, they didn't
take
have to
it
back
short.
then.
Oh.
What?
Yeah,
That's insane.
That's scary, dude.
yeah. Boom! Look at
Boom.
that. You just
Wow.
like speared him in the middle. He's like, "You're done. You're going down."
I don't even know anything about hockey. I'm always pissed when they get in trouble.
Okay,
for
here he
hitting
comes back.
people.
Watch him. Watch him. He comes back out.
He has no respect.
He has no respect for the referees. They're saying. I love the audio. Like, imagine being there for this.
That must have been insane. He's got. Oh
He's
my
like
gosh.
swinging it around. He's like getting all. He's getting all like he's stewing right now.
He keeps hitting
He's
that
pissed.
ice.
Look at.
He goes after the ref.
He didn't do it. He just
Woo!
like, but he was like, he thought about it. I tell you
Oh,
what,
God,
he
thank God
thought
he
about
didn't
it.
do it.
1980 was a very stressful year.
Oh yeah,
Very stressful year in
Yeah.
the Olympics.
oh, man.
He tried to freaking hammer him. Dude.
That was.
He would have
Whoa.
killed that poor
So
little ref.
that's one of. I don't know if he was proud of that or not, but that's like one of the most famous moments and for people who are not like. I mean, I'm sure that real like true hockey fans that grew up with it, that they probably maybe they remember that and they talk about that, but they probably have some great memory of some game that he was just really outstanding in, like maybe the Olympics. But that
was pretty funny.
is the one that
Crazy.
like people like me always remember that.
Wow.
He should have hit him. That'd have been fun.
Oh man,
People
sometimes
find,
the refs deserve it.
Sometimes they do. People find love in the Olympics. So
Oh, yeah.
Kevin was showing me 30 and 30 on ESPN, and he was showing about what magazine is that has athletes come in and they take pictures of them being nude, but it's showing how athletic their body looks, right? So it was the first gay couple on there, and it was Sue Bird, who's from UConn, who is 40, and then it's the soccer player that I can't remember her name, and she is actually younger than me. They actually met at the Olympics, and they just got engaged yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah,
Huh.
I thought
Cool.
that was so cool. I was like, Sue Bird's a lesbian? I didn't ever knew. And then Kevin's like, well, she's a female basketball player.
Oh,
I'm like,
come
that
on,
doesn't
come
know.
on.
Well,
I'm like, I didn't know.
uh,
I didn't know that. But I'm glad that they found love with each other. And they're a beautiful couple. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Beautiful couple.
that's nice.
Yeah. I'm still want to talk about it because I was just pretty excited about it.
That was cool.
Super
The Olympics are known for
love.
A lot of
I don't know if love is the word.
love making.
Yeah. Yeah.
You mean
They're
hooking up?
famously
I didn't know they were
When I
famously
was-
known for that.
they provide them with like
Love.
a semi truck full of condoms.
Stop it.
No,
I
when I
swear to
when I was
God.
in
Stop
Lake
it.
Placid, we had a guy that was there bartending. Then he's telling us about it, and he's like that. It's like outrageous. They drank the town out of alcohol, and they used like he said like that they get handed condoms because it's just like it's like big sex party.
Didn't know that about the Olympics.
Well, just think about, once every 4 years you get a chance to be with people that are actually as fit as you and like have this like share experiences with
Right.
like your life.
right.
Yeah.
So we should probably go to the next
Bunch
Olympics.
of young, good looking people. Just,
Wait.
Maybe
like,
they
all
could do like a
together.
beer Olympics, and I would know a lot of like I could get along with people there.
You guys have similar interests.
Same body type, same interest. It'd be great.
Okay. This is fantastic.
Oh,
Dude,
boy.
what is that?
What?
Oh, it's one of those centipede looking things.
Yeah, like a millipede or something.
That thing's sketchy looking.
Is it gonna hiss at us? Don't they hiss?
Mm-mm.
I hope not.
Jesus.
But when you kill them, they just
It crawled right out. It just crawled right back into that hole.
it's like, oh, it caught us.
Guys, if you never see us again, it was a centipede that killed them.
I think I would survive.
If this is the last time you see
It's
us,
peeking back out.
Newbie would come down here and he would avenge our deaths. He would kill that centipede. He'd be like, "You son of a bitch!" I can see him right now.
Phil's like freaking out. He's like looking around.
He's looking like
Well, they probably came from that hole first.
was
thinking
that
of-
Jesse.
Jesus.
Newbie was showing me this gun that you can shoot flies with. It's a salt gun.
Oh yeah, bug assault.
Yeah, and he wants one,
Those are cool.
and he would bring it, and he would hunt that son of a bitch with a salt gun.
Oh yeah.
He's on his way.
Yeah, I've
He's
always-
gonna assault that thing.
I just can't justify spending $4 to shoot salt at like bugs.
Yeah, well, I can
Yes, you
almost,
can.
I can do it. I think I was thinking about getting. I was hoping Newbie'd get it so he could play with it. So
That
I'm
should have
waiting
been
for
next
Newbie
year
to
for Halloween. We're all gonna go with bug assaults, and we're gonna like shoot salt onto their steaks.
Oh boy,
Wow.
what do you guys think?
Is it
I
time
think it's time to head to the Laurentide
Time.
Wrap
to
it
be an
up.
adult? Well,
or be an adult at the Laurentide.
he's very close.
Newbie,
Newbie, are you?
how
He's like
close are you? Newbie?
he's like staring in the window at the restaurant. Like, where's
Just meet
this
us at
bug?
Laurentide.
All right, we'll see you there, buddy. Everybody, thanks for watching our 30th episode.
Don't forget to vote.
And make sure you are back for our 50th episode. And
Jesse's falling asleep.
invite your friends. If we want to grow this and keep getting it bigger, the only way it's going to happen is you. You're the most important people here. So,
Wait, are we gonna get that necklace?
yeah,
I
Maybe.
think that's a serious
Yeah,
thing.
someday.
we should get it.
No, we should get it with Jesse's like.
So send an
shirtless-
email
We shouldn't
to itsrare@gmail.com.
I want it.
And and we'll enter you
Oh.
in a contest to get this necklace with a tiny
Portia's
picture.
gonna be like, "Who is this?"
You have to like hold it right up to your eye too. It's gonna be. I mean, think about having that image that close to your face.
Well, she's
No.
gonna be like, "Is this someone you were in love with?"
You'll
I'm
get,
like,
like-
absolutely not.
You'll get poked with chest hair right in the eye.
All right, invite your friends, everybody. Make sure you subscribe. Go on like 3 different podcast platforms. Go on like Spotify and Apple Podcast and like Anchor, and just subscribe on all of them.
Subscribe.
And it really helps us. And share the hell out of this on Facebook too, because we need to get them to start, prioritizing our videos again, because they're kind of knocking down how many people they show them to.
We're on YouTube as well.
And
You can
YouTube.
subscribe
Oh,
there.
good.
Yeah, and you can watch it live or you can watch the recorded version. So
Yeah.
make sure you go over there and subscribe there. Share that with your friends.
Cool.
Put up a link. Have a great day.
Yeah,
It's,
Sunday.
it's kind of beautiful out. So
Yeah.
we're gonna go.
Bills are
have-
playing today too.
A little cold.
We're gonna go watch the Bills with our best friends. Have a
Yeah.
great day, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.